Listen, we have a big time guest today. My guy Quanell Farrakhan Jr. Listen, class of 2025, wide receiver. Listen, he's dabbling a little bit on defense this year. We'll talk about that and more. The Woodlands are definitely the Highlanders. Listen, 7 in a row they've won since starting off 0-2. They're one of the hottest teams in the state of Texas, definitely in the H. And we're going to talk to my guy, class of 2025 receiver Quanell Farrakhan Jr. Quanell, what's going on, man? We appreciate you giving us a little time today.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me come on this podcast.
Absolutely, man. Listen, so let's start with the season. You guys come out, you face Lamar, you face North Shore, two of the best teams in the area.
Mm.
You start out 0-2. What was the team's mindset? Now you've reeled out 7 in a row.
hmm I feel like we just had to come together as a team. And, we was thinking of these two games. We wasn't really ourselves. We was just caught up in like the moment, just the game, and we wasn't just being us. So I feel like we got on track of just being us at practice and just really just preparing ourselves, each one of our individuals, and just like getting ready for the game. So I feel like that really just helped us, and yeah, that's really about it.
Absolutely. 7 in a row is great, man. First of all, congratulations on the monumental accomplishment. Passing Woodlands great Danny Amendola, 17 touchdowns, single season record now at the Woodlands. Talk about your mindset when it goes into doing this.
I mean, I really don't think much of it, especially during the game. I don't really care about the touchdowns or any of that. I just care about when I get the ball, just make something happen. That's really all I care about. When I catch the ball, find a way to turn into a running back and do something and get your way into the end zone. That's all I really care about. And then when you start doing that, you see the records being broke and it speaks for itself.
Absolutely. The proof is in the pudding. Now let's talk about the big win over Caney Creek this week, 62-7. You
Mhm.
had 2 touchdowns in a 5 minute span, and then you open up the second half with a 42-yard kickoff return. Explain to me what you're looking for. Let's start with the kickoff return because that's something that everybody's not able to do. I've
Mhm.
heard Deion Sanders say when he was kick returning, he
Mhm.
just wished everybody would lay down so he could see
Yeah.
the field. Great, but talk about your mindset when it goes into making that play.
Really, just on kick return, I really just try to find any type of little cracks, any little crack I can find, and just take off. I'm gone. So if they just leave me just a little bit of a seam, I'm taking off with it. That's all I need. Literally all I need.
Absolutely. Well, 42-yard kickoff, 2 scores before the half. You're doing it big. Now, talk about your quarterback, maybe retire. He's headed to Wisconsin. He's been a guy that's been in the forefront of Texas high school football for 4 years. Talk about you guys' chemistry on the offensive side of the ball.
Oh yeah, we work all the time outside of school. That's what people don't really realize. That just the chemistry that we have on the field, it comes with work off the field. So that's what people really don't see. But he's a dog though. He can go. He finds a way to get the ball in my hands and everybody else's hands too. And he can really go.
Absolutely, man. You guys have a great chemistry. Been working together for the last 2 years. Again, Quanell Farrakhan Jr., class of
Mm.
2025, wide receiver, Woodlands High School. Now let's talk about the big game. This is the one that everybody wants to see. Of course, Willis is coming in undefeated,
Mhm.
8-0. You guys are coming in undefeated, 7-0 in district. This is going to be for the district title, all the marbles on
Mhm.
Thursday night. Talk about the
Mhm.
anticipation of this matchup.
Really, just like I said, remember how North Shore Lamar was? We just got caught up too much in the moment, and we got to take this game as just another game. We can't get caught up in the moment, the hype and all that. So we just staying focused right now. Stay focused, practice hard, and we're gonna let the work speak for itself on the field.
Definitely two of the best teams in the H, probably in the state of Texas. Both of you guys are going to be playoff bound as well. But let's talk about the recruiting trail before we get out of here. If you hadn't heard of Quanell Farrakhan Jr., you've been living under a rock probably. This is a guy that's a 4-star recruit. He's got 20 plus offers on his docket, from the likes of Texas, TCU, Nebraska, Michigan State, Penn State. You can name them. But let's talk about what you're looking forward to in a school and how the recruiting process is going for you.
Really, first things first, what I look for in the school is how they treat me. Just the vibe when I get up there. Is the coaches treating me right? Are they not treating me right? How are they going to be able to develop me for the next level? I look for all that. So, and then my recruiting process has been going real great, super great. So I really can't complain with that. Coaches text me every single day. And I got a whole bunch of texts from coaches talking about congratulations as soon as I broke the record. And that was at halftime. So I was like, oh, damn. And it was crazy. So, yeah, the recruiting process is going super well for me right now.
Well, the proof is in your stellar play. Since we met you as a freshman, you've kind of skyrocketed and going off to do great things. Just from a scouting perspective, you have the body type, the speed, the hands, the IQ. Your route running is superb. Those are all of the things, and your leadership qualities. I've seen you, urging your teammates on, and those are all the things that college coaches and scouts look at when they look at a recruiting. And you meet all of those and check off all of those boxes. So that's the reason that everybody's very, very high on you. Now, last question: you dabbled on the defensive side a little bit this year. I saw you had a couple of interceptions in September, some PBUs. How does that set you up playing receiver? Because you kind of know what these receivers are doing. You can look at their body language, their feet, and that kind of those are some of the telltale signs that help you to be successful on the defensive side.
Really, it gives me an advantage because I know all the bad habits of what receivers do. So one thing I really look at is when a receiver lines up super lazy, I kind of know he's not getting the ball. But then when he lines up and straps his gloves up, puts his mouthpiece in and all that, and he lines up straight direct, I know he's getting ready for that route. So, it's just all the little tendencies that I look for.
Absolutely. Listen, man, we appreciate you for joining us here. Before we get out of here, give a couple shout outs and also your social medias where everybody can find you.
First, I want to shout out my teammates, the Willis High School, of course. I want to shout out my coaches. I want to shout out my friends. Just follow me on IG, Khalil.Farrakhan, and my Twitter, Quanell Jr.
Listen, man, one of the top receivers in the class of 2025, man. You get to know this guy. Good luck this week against Willis, and we'll see you down the line, man. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back.
Appreciate it.